everybody. We started just a little bit late, but I appreciate everybody hanging in there. I am Michelle Mapenzi, and I am so happy everybody is here today. Today, the show is going to be about the Ladies League of Baltimore and our 1 year anniversary, and I can't wait to jump into that. Thank you for tuning in. It's Saturday, right? It is Saturday, and I am so happy to be back on the show, right? It's summertime, had some breaks in there, but I went to the beach. And so, yeah, I'm revived and ready to go, okay? I am so happy to talk about our 1 year anniversary today. I invited some ladies from the Ladies League to come in. They may be able to come in. They might be checking us out on Facebook or YouTube. However you can come in today is fine with me. We're also going to be on Trivia's Inspirational Radio. Shout out to Trivia Payne for having Trivia's Inspirational Radio and giving many of us the opportunity to do just this, right? To come before you and talk about some great and wonderful things. For July, I want you guys to continue to tune in because I have a special guest coming to the show. She sponsored the show when we first got started last year, and I just appreciate my sister girl, Mapenzi. She has her own book out right now on Amazon. I'm not blind, I have vision. And you got to think about that for a minute. Mia is visually impaired. She lost her sight about 11 years ago, maybe about 14 years ago now. It's been a minute. And she has, or I should say before she lost her sight, was a bombing cosmetologist, could do some hair, and lost her sight due to pseudotumor cerebri. I encourage you guys to get the book. It's on Amazon right now, $20. I'm not blind, I have vision. Think about that. She is visually impaired, but she says, I'm not blind, I have vision. Where does that sight come from? You got to check out the book and find out where does the site that she currently has come from. And it is a great book. I wrote the foreword, so I'm a little biased. It is a great book. You have to read, okay? And Mia is coming to the show in July. I will begin to post that on my Facebook page very soon. So check out Mia's book. I am so excited about it. I am not blind, I have vision. And it's by Mapenzi. She did a great job in telling her story. And that's just the first book of many more to come. And so I encourage you guys to pick it up on Amazon. As I mentioned, she sponsored the show last year. And so I just want to continue to shout out her book this year and encourage everybody to pick up her book. As always, I'm going to start the show with an excerpt from the book One Day My Soul Just Opened Up by Iyanla Vanzant. If you don't have a copy of this book, I don't know what you're waiting on. It will change your life, okay? And then I have some workshops and trainings that I have developed around this book. So if you read the book, pick up the book, and you want a little bit more, check out the Ladies League. In August and September, we have some workshops coming that is going to actually walk us through this book. So I encourage you to pick it up. But anyway, today I'm going to be reading from day 22. Last 2 months, I was on choice for a long time, and now I have gotten a new vision, which is day 22. And she talks about service, right? And what it means to serve. She says it is the ability to give of self, for example, time, knowledge, resources, without an attachment to the expectation of reward or recognition. I'll read it again because some of y'all might have missed it, okay? Service. When you are in service to someone, it is your ability to give of self. For example, your time, your knowledge, your resources, without any attachment to the expectation of a reward or recognition. And in the work that I'm in, and many of my friends are in, and colleagues are in, it's called the people business. And it ain't a lot of recognition for the people business, okay? But we give of ourselves. We are in service of ourselves all the time. That includes our time, our knowledge, our resources, everything that we have learned along the way and on this journey called life. And we give of ourselves in service, right? Working with a consciousness of love, oneself consciousness of love and to give unselfishly of yourself. And I just absolutely love service. And the reason I bring this up is because the Ladies League of Baltimore is just that. We are in service to the community. We are in service to women. And we are particularly in service to women who are in the middle. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit in the other half of the show. But I want to particularly talk about this thing called service. So I'll read on what she talks about as it relates to service. She says, service is the act of doing what you love for the sake of loving it. How many of you can say that you are doing what you love for the sake of loving it? I am just grateful and thankful that I can say that I do what I do because I love it. And that's just simple as that. This is the brightest work you can do in the world. Service is the divine multiplier. She says, when you perform an act of genuine service, giving up your time, energy, and resources as an act of love, the universe will multiply what you do and reward you with greater results than expected. And I can just put a pin on that right there and say to you that when we started the Ladies League a year ago, listen, my expectations or my thought and fear was that no woman was going to be interested. Nobody was going to come to the meetings. Nobody was going to get this thing that LaTanya Walker has started in Detroit 4 years ago, right? Nobody's going to get that here in Baltimore. And that was just my fear. But I was doing it in service. I was doing it and loving it and loving what we do for women. And so God was able to multiply that beyond my imagination. And hopefully by the end of the year, we will hit our goal in regard to membership. But we have doubled from where we started a year ago and almost tripled. My goal is we'll triple that number by the end of July. Okay, so by the time we go into our anniversary, I hope that we would have brought on and met our goal for this year. So that means I need about 12 to 15 more ladies to join the Ladies League between now and then. Can we do it? I think we can. And the reason I think we can is because we are doing this in service to our community, to the women here in Baltimore who are particularly in the middle, right? We are particularly focused on the woman in the middle. And I told you I'm going to get into that a little bit later. So I want y'all to stay with me. I don't have a guest today. I hope some of the ladies from the Ladies League are watching, tuning in on Facebook, or will even join this join us in the studio virtually, however you can do it. Trivia, if you're watching in the back of the stage, can you see if we have any ladies that want to come into the show? I'm not 100% sure, but if you are, you can send me a text. I can let Trivia know, and we can go from there. That's exactly what we will do. How about that? So please let me know if you are, and we'll get you in. If not, no problem. So let me finish out what she says about service. I keep blocking the light. Y'all forgive me. All right. So she says that service is the divine multiplier. When you perform an act of genuine service, giving up your time, your energy, and resources as an act of love, the universe will multiply what you do and reward you with greater results than expected. Love sparks the fires of passion. Passion leads to spontaneity and creativity. That's what I love about it. Doing what I do, I get to be creative every meeting and bring these crazy icebreakers to the ladies that they want to throw daggers at me. I know sometimes, but they love it at the end and love me, continue to love me at the end. And I love it too. So it allows you to be spontaneous and creative. Spontaneous creativity is a supreme act of trust. It takes trust in yourself. It takes trust in other people. When you trust yourself and the universe enough to give yourself over to the passion of what you love, you are serving humanity and the divine. Isn't that something? It is absolutely something. And I haven't read this in a while, so it may be the reason why it's giving me such life today. Because when you do what you love, the universe is going to honor that, and it's going to give you what it is that you need. A lot of times we want more, but the universe will give you what you need at that moment, allowing you to grow and to learn along the way. Because if the universe gave us everything we needed today, what would we do tomorrow? Right? What will we be doing tomorrow? If the universe gave you everything that you needed today and everything that you wanted today, what would you do tomorrow? That's the question. That's the question. And think about that. What would you do tomorrow if you had everything today? Right? It's like some of the kids, the young ladies, especially my daughter's age, they do everything young, and then what do you do when you get of age? You done everything. You done partied out, you did everything you wanted to do. What is it that you do beyond that point? Right? So when you act and do things in service, right, which means you do it because you love it, you don't have to worry about those things. Okay. I hope that everybody was able to join in and at least hear the show. If you can't join into this space, she said, yes, speak into the light. Okay, let me speak into the light. I had kept blocking it, Brandy. Forgive me. I kept blocking it with the book, so that's why I set it down. But anyway, this whole thing about service is just a great thing. Because it allows each and every one of us to do what it is that they love. And for me particularly, it allows me, the Ladies League of Baltimore allows me to do what it is that I love all the time, right? Every day, 365, which is great. And so I just encourage all of you to do what you love, whatever that might be. Do it because you love it. Do it because it gives you life. Do it because it makes you smile. Do it because your heart is in it. And that is going to multiply. I know one of my sisters is on, Brandy, and I know, Brandy, you just jumped out on faith as well to be in service to the community and to do what you love. And so I would say to you, continue to do that in service. Continue to do it because you love it. Because Ayala says, as Ayala says in the book, it will multiply. It will take you places you never even dreamed you would go. Okay? So that is my little piece on service. I hope that it gives you just as much life as it has given me. At the end of the show, I'm going to end the show on which he ends the passage on service about. So I will do that at the end of the show. But anyway, let's jump into the Ladies League of Baltimore, right? Because I want to also use this as an opportunity to tell the community what the Ladies League of Baltimore is all about. I know some of you have seen it on Facebook. You heard us talk about it. You see it on other ladies' pages. You may be a member of the Ladies League group on Facebook. It might have been several ways in which you have learned about the Ladies League. But what I've heard recently is, so what is it, right? What are y'all actually doing, right? And so I want to take time, just a short amount of time, to talk about the Ladies League just in general and what it is that we do. Starting out by talking about myself just in general as the executive director and leader of the Ladies League of Baltimore. And what that simply means is that I am in partnership with the Ladies League of Detroit. Shout out to the Ladies League of Detroit and LaTanya Walker. I am in partnership with LaTanya Walker, who is the CEO of the Ladies League Social Network. And what that means is that the Ladies League of Baltimore is in several cities. And so she is the leader of this sister organization. And then the Ladies League of Baltimore fits into that because we are a sister chapter of the Ladies League Social Network here in Baltimore. Yay. And so I met LaTanya a few years ago, and we decided to do this thing together last year. And as a native Baltimorean myself, and straight up proud of being from the West Side. Just so y'all know, okay? I am West Side certified all day. I don't care what anybody says about it. I'm gonna be 90 years old saying I'm West Side certified, okay? Believe it when I tell you, okay? I am proud to be raised on the west side of Baltimore. Dipped and dabbed a little bit in East Baltimore, worked in East Baltimore, so I love the city just in general, but I'm West Side certified. I hope y'all understand that, okay? All right, so now that we got that out of the way, I've spent years in the human services field as a professional. I've ventured in several entrepreneurial opportunities. I am a workshop facilitator, motivational speaker, personal success coach. And I'm a mother of two beautiful children. My son is 25 now, and my daughter is 16. Yay. And so she's about to graduate high school real soon. And I've overcome a lot of personal challenges. I've overcome a lot of professional challenges as well. And so what I've done, and educational experience too, but what I've done is put all of that training and all of that experience and all of those things that I absolutely love to do together and brought that with me to the Ladies League of Baltimore, because our number one mission is to help women in the middle, personal in their personal growth and in their professional growth. And we do that by offering personal and professional development trainings twice a month. But now that we are part of this social network, we have 4 other additional trainings that the ladies get to be involved in every month. So that's 6 trainings per month that the ladies can be involved in to work on their personal or professional growth. And this platform for me, the Ladies League of Baltimore, it really just allows me to infuse my purpose in life and my passions in life and to serve women. So that's where that quote from Ayala came from. Is because I am doing this in service to women. It is what I absolutely love. And everything that I do, I am working with women to help women to be better. Okay. And you just have to follow my page to find out all the other stuff that I'm doing, because today is all about the Ladies League of Baltimore. And what I want you guys to know is that we have adopted a hashtag, which is We Rise Together in sisterhood. So we rise together. So every woman that comes and they are a part of the Ladies League, our culture is that we rise together as sisters, right? Because as each one of us rise, and we begin to go where we need to go in regards to our passions and in our purpose, we inspire and motivate one another to do the same things within our network and even outside of our network. That's why we're consistently bringing new people to the fold who also want to learn and grow and have a network of sisters to support them and encourage them and become a part of their businesses or become part of their professions or whatever it might be, right? We do a lot of bartering. We do a lot of helping one another. And so we have this slogan that is absolutely everything to me, which is we rise together in sisterhood. And so in our 1 year anniversary, we are just celebrating the fact that we have been able to rise together as sisters for 1 year. Okay, and July 24th is actually that date. However, we're going to celebrate it in Great Gatsby style, Harlem Renaissance style, Harlem Nights style, 1920s style. We're going to do that on August the 13th. Okay, so July 24th of this year will be our 1 year anniversary. It'll be 1 year of, like I said, us rising together in sisterhood and being able to support and network with one another. And being able to network and do things with one another. And so I'm just happy and proud to be able to do that and to be able to be happy that we can do that together and we can actually rise together. So if you're not a part of the Ladies League of Baltimore and you just so happen to be watching this, I encourage you to reach out to us. You can reach out to me on Facebook, Michelle Mapenzi. You can join our Facebook group, which is the Ladies League of Baltimore. It's a private group, but just send us a message or a link to join us, and you will be able to come into that fold and get a lot more information about what it is that we do. We have meetings twice a month. I post those, and you can also reach out to me at 443-515-7898. I'll give you all the information that you need. We are also on Instagram. I don't talk about that a lot, but we are on Instagram. It's the Ladies League of Baltimore as well. So you can join us there. Okay, you can join us there. Leader.
Carlita.
Carlita. Hey, Carlita. I didn't know who it was. Carlita was
Hey,
texting me too, so I
Sunshine.
wasn't sure. Hey, Carlita, how are you, darling?
I am well. I am so excited.
I know. It's
Yes,
like
I'm.
having a child when they turn one. You know, parents go crazy when the child turn one. They don't even remember the birthday party.
Ah,
But people go crazy about their children's 1 year anniversary. And I am just super excited about our 1 year anniversary. If you heard, I was talking about us
yes.
rising together over the last year. And when you think about that, since you joined in, what do you think about that and us rising together over the last year? Have you seen that? Have you witnessed that? What do you think?
I know for me, on a personal level, I know that I have grown. Had it not been for you all challenging me on a personal level to rise above my own thinking and my own insecurities, like I've been living life. Like it might not be a big deal to other people, but I've been going places. I have been stepping outside of my comfort zone. I've been traveling a little bit, just experiencing things that I've never experienced before. I think I shared with you a couple days ago. I'm tired of going.
You done partied out, right? You came into the summer.
So
Like
it's
the
like
summer not even finished yet, Carlita.
I
Like we
know,
still
right?
got 2 months,
But
right?
I know had it not been for the love and the support and the understanding and the patience that I get from the Ladies League of Baltimore, and the one thing that I appreciate is no one treat me with kid gloves, and people are so compassionate towards other people's situations, and I think that is one of the things that has encouraged me to kind of get over myself and just step out there and have fun, because I'm so reserved and I'm work, and I'm so concentrated on, I have tunnel vision, and I don't want to fail, and I want to do and I want to do. But I learned that you have to find a medium. You have to find time to live your life. And I know for me on a personal level, being connected to the Ladies League of Baltimore, I am socially, I am more engaged in doing things with people, because I say I'm socially awkward, but really I'm socially reserved. But I've been having fun, I must admit. And I know I don't do much with the Ladies League of Baltimore, but I've been doing things that I've never done
Yes,
before. But
yes.
I'm so looking forward to dressing up. Like I don't, the bridezilla. I think I don't know what, I'm a zilla. I don't know what kind. I
You
sent
an
my dress
eventzilla.
back.
You an eventzilla.
I sent my dress back because I didn't like it. So now I'm just going through this thing of getting ready, because I've never been to an event like this. So this is would be my first one. And I'm just so excited with just being around the ladies and enjoying myself, and even encouraging other women who just looking for someone or some people, a group of people to just be around positive energy, authentic energy that's raw, that's real, everyone just being themselves. And I know collectively when we work together, when we come together, when we meet, it's all love, it's all fun. But on the flip side of that, it's about business. It's really about holding your sister accountable to what she says that she wants for herself. And
Yes.
I appreciate that. We have accountability partners. I love my accountability partner. One thing I can say that she does for me is with time, we tend to get so busy. And when you look up, it's the end of the day. But
Yeah.
one thing that she challenges me is to appreciate every minute of every hour, because you can't get it back. And so I have to stop myself, and I will text her, just even if it's what's up or how you doing. but we have to let people know that we love them and that we appreciate them. And like, I'm so proud of you. Like, I'm super pumped. Like, I know that you don't like being on the spotlight, and I know you don't take the credit for anything, but somebody has
No.
to lead. Somebody has to be the one to connect everybody together. And for whatever reason, God just chose you. So I'm saying own it, because I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm proud of the your birthing process, and then you get to see the manifestation of what God has put in you. And I am
Yes.
so excited to not just celebrate the Ladies League of Baltimore, but appreciate the queen, the visionary, the
Thank
one who put this
you.
thing together. I
Thank
am so
you.
pumped up. I can't wait.
You, I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry because then people will be able to show me crying over and over. I don't want to cry, but it is so exciting to me as well. I'm just so happy somebody else feels the excitement, girl. Because I'll
I
be like, is it
am.
me? It's like this thing is like, it's going way beyond. And I haven't even announced the things that are coming new because I'm waiting for the anniversary to do that. But when I think about it, girl, I just get so excited for
As you
where
should.
we are going, right? And where all the ladies are going. And I get excited for the lady who's not even here yet, right? I get
Right.
excited for that lady that's going to stumble upon us and be like, where y'all been all my life,
I,
right? And so, girl, I
like
just,
I was.
yes, right. And Brandy is on too. She's not tuned in, but she's watching. And she said in the chat, yes, I'm so excited to what Michelle has planned for this group. I am on this train to rise with my sisters. And girl, I got some stuff in stored, right? Y'all know I stuff just come to me and I'm crazy and I'm a leap on it, right? And so I'm gonna jump on these crazy ideas that I have. I just hope you guys will jump along the train. Brandy already on the train. It looks like you're on the train, Lena. And there will
Yeah.
be so many other women who are in the middle on this train. So that's where I want to go right now. Hold on with me, Carlita, because I want to go into what the lady in the middle is. Because a lot of people don't really know what that means, right? They like the woman in the middle. I don't want to be in the middle. It's like middle child syndrome, right? Which I have, because I'm the middle child. That
Right.
means, so when you say the middle child, right, it means you're not the youngest child, right?
Right.
And you're not the oldest child either, right? So the firstborn, it seems like everybody remembers the firstborn child in the family because they were the
Right.
first, right? And a lot of times they get everything, and then you get that second child to come along, and people tired by that time. They had already did everything they wanted to do. And then you get the last child, right? And the last child is like, okay, this is the last hoorah. Let me give them everything I got. And so then what happens to the middle child? Like me. It's like, do y'all know I'm over here? Do y'all know I'm here? And so what happens with those of us that are in the middle is we just get really loud because we want people to not forget about us, right? And so we just start screaming loud, like, I'm here, look at me, pay attention
Right.
to me, don't forget me. And so the Ladies League of Baltimore is for the woman in the middle, which for us is that we're not in the 1% of society, right? So we're not billionaires, we're not in that 1%, but we're not in poverty either. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And we're not at the bottom of the totem pole, right? We just in this middle part trying to go as high as we possibly can. And I'm excited for that woman because that woman gets missed out,
That's
right?
right.
We get missed, and we because everybody think we good because we in the
Mhm.
middle, right? Everybody think we good, but we're not, right? We need
Right.
support. We want to grow. We want to go as high as we possibly can. And a lot of times there's nobody there to connect those dots for us. And it can get
Right.
really rough along the way. However, the Ladies League social network has stepped in at least 3 cities to say, not in this city though. So in Detroit, you got a place to go. In Baltimore, you got a place to go. And now Jacksonville, as of October, they will have a place to go in Jacksonville, Florida. And we want to go as many cities as we can. But that woman in the middle, we coming for you. We
That's
here
right.
for you. And we want you to be a part of all these great things we have in store for all of us to grow and go to that next level, wherever that might be. So when you think about professions of a woman in the middle, a lot of times people don't really know what we mean by that. But can you give me one profession that you think is a woman in the middle? I'm going to run off some, but I just want to see what you think about the woman in the middle. Like what profession or what business type or where's the woman in the middle? What do you see? Where do you see her?
Um, that's hard.
Well, what do you think about the woman in the middle? Like, what do you think about it? Do we need support? Are we like off on this island sometimes by ourselves trying to get to the next level?
When I think of the woman in the middle, I think, yeah, I think the one that is sometimes overlooked, the one that can be insecure because she's overlooked, the one who feels that she has to jump over hurdles just to get to the other side versus just walk across the street. Um, when I think of the woman in the middle, I think of the woman who sometimes feels that she has to do extra just to get that one thing or that two things versus just get it, just receive it, just like everyone else. You can see people moving and prospering and it seems easy. But when I think of the woman in the middle, it's like, why do I have to struggle so hard before I get the blessing?
Yes.
Why does my load have to be so heavy before I can feel a sign of relief? When I think of a woman in the middle, I think of that woman at the end of the day, she feels she feels like she has overcame, but at the same time, she questions the difference between overcoming and just going through. And it's a big difference. Because some people go through to get through to go through, and some people struggle through to overcome so they won't have to go through it again. And as I think of the woman in the middle, I think that even though the woman overcomes, she sometimes get in her own way, get in her own head because she doesn't feel that she has that support, that support of not just a cheerleader, but someone to say, you're doing it. You're
Yeah.
actually doing it.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
actually doing it.
Yeah, you're working hard. One thing about
Right.
the woman in the middle, we work hard. We work hard, right? And we are constantly working. And what I would love to introduce to the woman in the middle is that work smart, though. You know, sometimes we are so productive, we are moving so fast that we're thinking we're productive, but we're not, right?
We're
We're
just
just
being busy.
moving fast and we're busy because that's what we've been taught to do. And so sometimes we need just support. Sometimes we just need accountability to say, sis, wait, what are you really doing though? And are you doing it in service because you love to do it? Or are you doing it because you feel like you gotta get over? You
Right.
gotta get to this other side. And it's like, yeah, but that other side, you might get there and that may not be where you want to be. So let's focus on service, right? And doing what it is that you love to do, and
Right.
then putting that energy and that work behind that. And you'll be much more happier, much more successful because, as Ayala said in here, when you're doing service, it's multiplied by the universe, right? And you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to worry. You can trust that everything you're doing is getting you to the other side. And we're going up, right? We're not going down. Many of us have already been to the bottom. We already
Right.
know what that looks like. We know what it feels like. So we don't have no choice but to go up, up,
Right.
up as high as we possibly can. And so the woman in the middle, I loved how you described her because behind every woman in the middle is everything that you described. I don't care what her outer might be presenting, but every woman in the middle has gone through what I've described or gone through what you described. And the bottom line is that we need that motivation. We need that support. We need that accountability. We need that growth and that information to grow. And I'm just happy we were able to do it because it's not just me doing it. That's the great thing about it.
Right.
Everybody gets to do it, right? And as you mentioned, I'm just the person that's crazy enough to say, bring all these women together, right? Bring all these women together, because what we hear about women is that we can't come together, we can't get along, we can't, and it's like, where did that even come from? I don't like it, but we are busting that out the water. Can't
Right.
nobody even say that no more. All right, so here's some of the woman in the middle where she could be. She could be a real estate agent. She could be a real estate investor. She could be a financial expert. She could be a cosmetologist. She could be a fashionista. She could be an administrator. She could be a personal success coach. She could be a therapist. She could be a mental health provider. She could be an administrator. She could be a medical coder and biller. She could be a teacher, a nurse, a physical therapist, an artist, a vocalist, a dancer, a nonprofit director. She could be a small business owner. She could be in a hospital. She could be in a community setting. She could be working for the state government, the city government, the federal government. She is everywhere, right? She is everywhere. Those are just some of the ways and some of the things that
Mm-hmm.
women in the middle are, right? But we're also in beauty, we're in fashion, we're in truck driving. Men
Mm-hmm.
are truck driving. Damn, did you know that? I'm like, I got
Yes, yes, they
talking to
are.
the feminists of the group. So I know,
Yes,
that we are in these non-traditional um, careers, right? Which are great, right? And we're in these professions that many men don't want us in, right? They don't
right.
want us, coming in and driving trucks and on construction sites and all of that type of stuff. They don't want us doing that, but we busting it through. We like, oh no, we doing it, right?
Yes,
And so the woman in the middle is everywhere, and we want to have a place for her to go, because one of the things that got me out of the bed and made me call Tanya and say, let's bring this to Baltimore, was because many of us are the go-to people in our families.
right.
So when something go down or somebody need a word, some advice, bail money, no joking, where they call, right? They like calling all of us, right? But then where we go when we need bail money, or where
Right.
we go when we need a word or support or a push, because sometimes we need to be pushed too out
Right.
of our comfort zones. Or where do we go when we just need inspiration and motivation, because we're giving that oftentimes to so many people. So the Ladies League of Baltimore is the place for that woman to come and get what she needs. And it's not about anybody else but her. And that's what I absolutely love about the Ladies League of Baltimore and what we do for the women in the middle. So we got about 15 more minutes. And was there anything else you wanted to say about the woman in the middle, the 1 year anniversary, anything like that? I have this campaign going right now too, and
What's
it's
that?
got a prize to go along with it. So you know. Um, and that is, why did I come up with the Great Gatsby's theme for the Ladies League? Now you told me what you thought it
No,
was, which
no, and
was,
then once I told you, then you gonna say it's not
it's
the
not
obvious.
obvious. Yes, it's not obvious, because I know that people think it's because I really like that style of dress in that era. I mean, that, but
Hmm.
it goes a little more to it than that. So I don't want people to think about the obvious. So anyway, what did you say it was?
I said it was your favorite
It was
thing.
my favorite thing, right? So just got to think a little bit deeper. And I would say connected to Baltimore.
Well, I was
The answer is really connected to Baltimore.
I'm gonna put a little thought. I'm gonna put thought into it because I didn't at
Okay.
first. I
I'm
was
giving
being
out a
goofy.
$50 gift card for whoever touches, and it's coming out in the Ladies League of Detroit.
Yeah.
What's the name? So y'all, it's you and Colada are neck and neck. So let's see.
But yeah, no, I definitely, sometimes it takes somebody to say something to provoke, to change or alter your thinking if you're somebody who's open-minded. And really, when you think of the woman in the middle, you really are looking at yourself for real.
It's a mirror.
When you really think about it and you assess it, you really can see yourself. And when you can see yourself, you can see yourself in other people, and that is what bridges the gap. When you're able to see yourself, connect yourself to that. When you hear the list and you hold up, wait a minute, that's me. I can identify with that. But it also makes you, it also gives you a sense of connection, because we oftentimes feel left out. We oftentimes feel like people wouldn't receive us because we get in our own, way, with our own thinking. Oh, they may find out, or because I have a past, or anything, what we do to talk ourselves out of opportunities or whatever, because of our own insecurities. And so I definitely will give that a lot more thought, and see what, not only where I fit in, but how I can help other women see themselves, and how we can rise above that together, because it's nothing that we can't do.
Yeah.
It's
Nothing that
nothing that we
we can
can't
do.
do.
And at our next meeting, one of the things I'm going to be talking about is this lack mindset that we have adopted, right? Because
Right.
many of us, I'm coaching several women in the Ladies League in regard to business. And one of the reoccurring things that I keep hearing is, I don't want to charge that much. I don't want to, I don't want people to think I'm using
Oh, I need to be in your class because I'm still
whatever
doing
the
it for
case may
free.
be. And I'm like, no, 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 no,
Oh, you need to be
no.
coaching me again.
You know, come on in, get on the calendar. That's all I would say. And the reason I
Lord.
want to hone in on this so much at the next meeting is because in order to rise where we want to go, we have to let go of that. Because that's something that was given to us over time, right? It wasn't something that somebody came out and said to us one day. But over time, we seem to develop this because we associate that with something.
Right.
At the next meeting, I want to get into what that something is.
I'm
Because,
looking forward to it.
because until we do, we're going to continue to stay. We won't be able to rise to the occasion or rise to where the universe would want us to be, because we have this lack mindset.
Right.
We have this mindset, no, we can't do this. No, we can't. And it's like, yes, we can. Yes, we should. And
Right.
it's one primary reason why. And this is what I want every woman in the middle to know. And it's what I had to learn running other people's businesses, which is nothing wrong with that. That's your vision. That's your purpose. That's your passion. Do that. But what I had to learn in running other people's $1 million businesses is that I am too worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy. Because if I can run it for somebody else, why I can't run it for me? Because I don't want to charge people. I don't
You on
want
my
people
front
to
step
think.
now.
I don't want people to think I think I'm better than them. I don't want people to look at me different. But why shouldn't they look at you different? Why shouldn't they? Why should they not look at you as a $1 million business by yourself? Because what you bring to the table is worth $1 million, right?
Right.
It's worth that. And we have to get that. I want us to look it square in the face and be like, I am worthy. This is how much it costs. This is how much I'm worth. This is how much I'm going to bring to it. This is what you're going to get. And I'm going to charge that much. And it's not about getting over on people. It's not about thinking you're better than people. It's about knowing your worth.
Right.
Right? Not from a cocky standpoint, though. Not from, I'm better than you.
No, I get it. I definitely get it.
Not from that standpoint, but from steadfast and unmovable, putting your stick and saying, this is what it is. You know what I mean? But I think we grow into that when we know our numbers, we know our worth, we know what we're going to bring to the table. So you can't be half-assed with it now and be trying to charge somebody, something. But if you put the work in, it's value in that. It's value in what you've learned. It's value in what you know. It's value in what you've experienced. It's value in that. And until we get into a world that no longer requires an exchange of monetary cash dollars, and that's what we got. You know what I mean? And we've got to learn to know and put value on that honors us, right? And so anyway, I'm hoping to do that at the next meeting for the woman in the middle, because I see that, and I know that that was something that I struggled with, because I saw
Mhm.
the people in my family who had money growing up were bougie. They looked down on people. They didn't, they made you feel a certain type of way, because we were in poverty. I just didn't know it, but we were, and I just couldn't understand why people kind of turned their nose up a
Mhm.
little bit. And what I didn't know was that it developed something in me, you know, being having that experience made me think I was less than, right?
Mhm.
So over the years, when it came down to putting myself out there and having to charge a person for my time and my service and my knowledge, that kicked right back in.
Mhm.
Less than. You less than. How you going? You know what I mean? Your mama was on welfare. You know what I'm saying? You had food stamps when you was a child. How you gonna try to charge somebody? And we don't think that that has anything to do with it, but it does.
Mhm.
And so we got to start to look at those things and figure out why we do what we do. So anyway, for the woman in the middle, this is going to help us go further, right? It's like a launching pad. It's going to be like
Right.
jump on that thing and go, once we get to that point. But I wonder how many women feel that way that are in business and
Right.
really not charging what they're worth because they're afraid. And then the first time somebody says to you, "No, I'm not going to pay that," we be like, "I told you. I knew I shouldn't have charged that.
Yeah.
I knew I shouldn't have." No, 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 no. That just means you shouldn't have done business with them.
With that
They
person.
can't afford you. Okay. However, and you can still be in service. You're still in service, because guess why? Because you're doing what you love. So that value or their ability to not pay what you deem it worth does not mean you're not in service. You're
Right.
in service because you're doing what you love.
Right.
But many of us say, okay, well, let me bring it down, and charge this
Mhm.
much, or give it for free, just to show face.
Right.
And I think that is holding many of us back in
Mhm.
business and in our careers, because on the flip side is, in your career, you're not going to ask for the promotion. You're not going to go for the promotion that you know you should, or that you
Mhm.
feel you deserve, right? Because you don't think you're worthy enough. So what do? They hire somebody else that they never
Right.
did before, and you train them to be
Yep.
your supervisor.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Or you train them to make more money than you. How that work? I done
Yep.
did it so many times.
Mhm.
I've done it way more times than I should have, right?
Mhm.
But a lot of times we don't go for those positions, and we don't go for those promotions, or go after those higher positions or jobs or whatever you want to call it, because we don't feel as though we're worthy.
Right.
And we can have the background, we can have the degree, we can have the training, we can have all of that, and we'll stay right where we are. Right? That woman in
Right.
the middle. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that at the next meeting. And I am really looking forward to that. So in the last couple minutes, I'm going to read the last excerpt of what Ayala says about service. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And I really want to do it because I felt like the energy shifted a little bit, but it was like in a good way, though, like a reflective way, like, ooh, that's on my street. You know what I mean? All right.
Um,
So she says that She says, do what you love, do it with passion, do it with the understanding that if you are never rewarded for the money, she said, if you're never rewarded with money or recognized by the public, you are making a valuable contribution to yourself. Shift your focus from money to love.
mm,
Shift your focus from money to love. And I'm going to let the ladies know when we do this training next month, at the next meeting, is that love yourself enough to charge what you think you're worth.
wow.
So don't worry about the money. Do you love yourself, and do you believe you're worthy of it? If you are, charge it. That's where I'm going with it. You get what I'm
Well,
saying?
I know that's right.
She says, when you have love, you want to give of yourself. When you give of yourself for the sake of love, the impersonal Perfect laws of the universe demand that you must be rewarded tenfold. Stop worrying about survival. Because, see, many of us women in the middle are still in survival mode, even though we're not in that poverty stricken way anymore, but we're still in this survival mindset, if you get what I'm saying. And so you have survived, she said. You mentioned that earlier when you said many of us have, some of us overcome it and some of us go through it, and you like, we don't even realize that we could just walk on the other side. It's just that simple. Does it make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So she's saying you have survived. You will survive. Understand that when you serve, when you give to the universal multiplier, which is life, you will be rewarded. You will be taken care of. Do not measure your value and worth by external standards. And those external standards, I call them people, places, and things.
Thanks. Mm-hmm.
People, places, and things. Do not compare yourself or what you do and love to what anyone else is doing. If you wait for someone to tell you that you are great and to reward you for that greatness, and it never happens, you may convince yourself that you are living a worthless existence. You, she reminds us, are divine. There's a great deal of worth in your divinity. You must love your divine self enough to know that everything you do must be an act of love. Giving of your divine self in the name of love is the highest honor you can pay to those around you.
Wow.
So when you give of yourself in love, you can charge people in love and you can get what you deserve and what you need. Because with gas being $8 a gallon, got time to be charging people a little bit of change, when I got to pay these bills, right? So the point of that is those of us that are in the middle, go for that higher position. Go as far up as you can. And
That's right.
those of us that are in business, go after those contracts you wouldn't normally go after. Go after those customers who you think might tell you no. Be okay because you can trust that you have survived and you will survive. What
Right.
do you think about it when you heard that?
I'm excited. I'm just excited for what's to come. I'm excited. The I love when I'm reminded that forward, in order to move forward, you gotta make a move. So I'm just charged. I'm excited, and with this anniversary, I think that is going to, even though we're celebrating, but I also think that between our next meeting, the anniversary, it is going to ignite something that will blow our minds that we can't even imagine. I believe that we're just getting ready to go somewhere. Just I believe we are getting ready to get uprooted to a different level in our lives, personally, professionally, together. And that's what makes it so exciting because it's together. I don't care what nobody say. In order to move a mountain, you need help.
Yeah,
It takes a village. It really do to come up
it
with
does.
a strategic plan. So I'm just looking forward to hearing about what's to come and even being transparent with getting some of my toxic thinking out and purging myself. I'm looking forward to that because I know that the best is yet to come.
The best is yet
I
to
am
come. We
excited.
are going to places we haven't even thought about yet, right? That haven't even come to us at this very moment. And I'm really excited about it. The 1 year anniversary, just for some of you who do not know, is going to be at the Mansion of Cockeysville. Our tickets are on sale now. You can buy your tickets on Eventbrite. All you have to do is put in the Ladies League of Baltimore. It will come up. You can put in 1 year anniversary. It will come up. You can visit our Facebook page, our Instagram page to find the link. Tickets are on sale now. Get your Great Gatsby's 1920
Yes.
theme together. I'm going to try to come shimmy in through there.
Yes, honey.
Listen, I'm trying to do it. And, I'm going to do it that theme. I'm going to do that theme justice, right? I love it. I think that we're all going to look fantastic. Our colors are red, black, and white. And so that's what we're doing as far as dresses. And we have men. So men, get your tickets. I don't know why
Yes,
people
get
think
your
it's a
tickets.
female only thing, but yes, men, get your tickets. You can come as well. It's going to be on August the 13th at 7 o'clock. We're going to probably finish up around 11 before midnight. But we're going to definitely honor the ladies that are part of the group. Our ladies from Detroit are coming down. So I'm looking forward
Yes,
to that. And we'll have our members there. We'll do a lot of recognition and celebrating. We're going to dance the rest of the hour away, girl.
yes,
We're going
honey.
to dance and have us a good time. I am really looking forward to that. I thank you for joining me today. I had no idea you were coming on today. I was
I
like,
know you
I
didn't.
need some energy from the Ladies League. I don't know who was coming and who was going to do what. Brandy tuned in, Carlotta tuned in as well. I really appreciate that. I'm going to hopefully continue to spread this video. And so if you had to say something, Carlita, to a lady who watches this video, who's thinking about the lady joining the Ladies League of Baltimore, either at a meeting or as a member or coming to the celebration, what would you say to her?
Make your decision. Don't just think about it. The more you think about it, you separate yourself. You draw distance between your decision. I assure you, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a member. I'm saying this because at one time I wasn't a member. At one time I thought about it. I contemplated when it was introduced to me, and it changed my life for the better. I've grown tremendously internally, because for me, that is what this journey for me is about, not just the external things. So I'm saying, if you are in a position where someone introduced you or you heard it, don't think about it no more. Just click the button, go on the page. I post all the time. Every time there's a flyer, I post it. I'm sure that you know somebody that knows somebody that will direct you to how to get involved, how to be a part when we have open house or even just a regular meeting. I'm telling you, make a decision. It is technology is so slick sometimes that we don't have to do nothing but hit a button, one button, or one phone call. So I encourage you, if you want to do something different, if you want something different, you have to do different. And so let your different be the Ladies League of Baltimore, because I'm telling you, your life will never be the same. And those that are attached to you will benefit from your journey, because remember, the decisions that you make for your life is not just for you. It's for those that are close to you as well, that is in your inner and outer circle, because they are impacted by the decisions you make. The Ladies League of Baltimore will be the best decision, one of the best decisions you make for this year. So I'm telling you, come join us. There's room for you, your cousin. Let me slow down, because it ain't for everybody.
No,
Everybody
it
not
ain't.
cut out
No,
for
it
this.
ain't. No, it ain't.
I got to be transparent. Everybody not cut out for this, but you are. So give us a holler, and we look forward to seeing you.
Yes, check us out on Facebook. She counting us down, Carlita. I don't know if you heard it, but she check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram, ladies. The Ladies League of Baltimore. You can check us out there. You can also reach out to me, Michelle Mapenzi. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. You can also look up Pushing Forward, which is where Carlita is. What's your other page name?
Pushing forward.
Pushing Forward. And you can look us up there. You can reach out to me at 443-515-7898. You can also email us at ladiesleagueofbaltimore@gmail.com. I will see you guys back here at 12:30. Hopefully Carlita drop in this month and see us. But I'll be back here next Saturday, 12:30. I look forward to it. See you next Saturday as well, Carlita, for the meeting.
All right.
See you. Thank you. Bye.